Alright guys, so right here is my Dino deck profile for the June 2021 format. We're kind of in a situation, guys, because we have one misc, but once that misc is used, we don't have any follow-up. I put this list together. I did a lot of test hands. I was doing test hands at work. I was doing test hands when I got home. I see a lot of people trying to add like the Nemesis stuff and a lot of other things, even adding Golem. This deck, you really can't allow it to not be consistent. And that's kind of what you guys are doing when you're adding all of these extra cards. Making a deck more than 40, stuff like that. And I wanted to do this on DB, that way you guys get a full picture and visualization of the deck that I put together. But yeah, I just feel like you wanted to make the deck as consistent as possible. With the introduction of Scrap Raptor, we kind of lost 3 spots for hand traps. But Scrap Raptor is so good that you kind of have to play it, so we just decided to lose those slots. And we're also, our narrative now is to go second and try and kill our opponent as fast as possible, because yes, we do have follow-up, but it's not as good as it used to be, because we can't just dump Misk again from our hand and do everything over again. Do I believe the deck is still tier 1? That's up for debate. We're gonna have to find out. But I do feel as if the going second variant is the best option right now. So let's go ahead and get into the profile. So right now I'm playing 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. That's the same as last format. We are playing triple Solding Oviraptor. Thankfully we still have this at 3. That helps a lot. I decided to only go with 2 Animadorn. The reason why I'm only going with 2 Animadorn is because I want to minimize my normal summons in this deck, and I have another way to bring out Animadorn anyway, which is 1 for 1, and I can always search my Misk turn 1. So I just want to minimize the amount of breaks I get, because if I get this card and like this and this gets, and I have to choose between which one I'm going to activate, and I don't have a baby in my hand, it's obviously going to be this, and this card's just dead in my hand. I don't know. I just feel like Animadorn, I don't think you really have to put it at 3 at this current state. Especially if you want to keep your deck under 40 cards. You're really thin on room. But you don't want to play more than 40 because you don't want to make the deck inconsistent. So that's why I'm only playing 2 Animadorn. The babies, they stay the same for me. A lot of people are up in this 3. With this at 3, I always, nowadays, with the way we only have Misk at 1, always match your Animadorns and babies, like these 2 babies together with the same amount of your deck. So if you got 2 of these, run 2 babies, because you don't want to break on babies, you don't want to break on this, because after turn 1 this card is actually kind of a bad draw. And a lot of the time with my test hands, I just didn't normal summon this to go off anyway. But to continue, and the goal is to get Misk in your hand. So I don't know. I still like this at 2. Then I still want to play the one of Petite. I still like that. I do play 1 giant. Pankratops. This is the best card in the game. This card's so good, people just play it in their side decks. Pank is a free body, a free get out of jail free card. So Pank's really good. Giant Rex is also, I still kept it in the deck, just because with the scrap engine this becomes another rank 4, so that's why we play a Giant Rex. Unfortunately, as you guys know, Misk is at 1 now, so we have to play 1 Misk. We'll talk about how we're trying to fill this void a little bit later. Then we do play 2 Scrap Raptor, and then 1 Chimera. Scrap package is really good, as I was stating in the beginning of the video. We kind of had to fit this in and like delete Ash or Droll, just because this package is so good. You don't want to not play it, especially if your opponent makes you go first by chance. This is always an amazing first turn combo. Then for hand traps, we play Gamma and Driver. Always save this for your turn. Well, depending on your hand, if you have like Fossil Dig, and a baby in your hand, save this in your hand. Don't use it on your opponent's turn. Just save this. I promise you, it's gonna pay off. Save this in your hand. Don't use it on your opponent's turn, no matter what board they're building. Because if you have a Fossil Dig and a baby, you're going to need this, because the hand traps this format are going to be insane. People are running like 12, 15 hand traps. So you gotta have Gamma in order to make sure your plays go through. Yeah, this is the break. Anyway, we have triple Lost World. Lost World is still the best field spell in the game outside of Zombie World. Zombie World's insane. But Lost World and Zombie World, they're right there with each other. Lost World prevents you from getting targeted. It gives your opponent a token. This is especially good against Sky Striker, because once you give them a token, they cannot activate Widowacre, Shark Cannon, stuff like that. So yeah, amazing. Then I do opt to play 2 Mystic Mind. I wanted to play it at 3, but I just didn't have room. But Mystic Mind is really good because your opponent just can't hand trap you or activate their effects. So you just go Mystic Mind, you go Fossil Dig, or if you already have Misk in your hand, you activate Misk, do that portion, and you get to go off about your opponent being able to hand trap you. So that's pretty dope. Obviously, you play triple Fossil Dig. Prosperity is very, very important. If you weren't playing this before, you absolutely have to play this now with Misk being at 1. The reason being is because you got to see those 6 cards. You got to mold your hand. You got to make your hand as good as possible. So yeah, we have to play Pot of Prosperity. Extravagance just isn't going to do it anymore. It's just not. So yeah, Prosperity at 3. I do play triple Lightning Storm. Sky Striker is going to be very prominent this format. And I don't know if it's going to be great or good, but a lot of people are going to be on it. This is going to help you out a lot. You'll have Tri-Brigade still in the format. This can make them waste their Revolt, stuff like that. So that's why we play Lightning Storm at 3. Double Evolution Pill, still at 2. There's no reason to play more than 2. Back in the day, like before we had this card was even played. So don't run more than 2. And then here's a new card in the deck. We play Burial from a Different Dimension. This is a quick play spell. This allows you to target up to 3 banished monsters and return them to the graveyard. This has certain implications. This allows you to get your Misk back in grave. This is where Prosperity comes in, because if you draw it, you can get this, look at 6 cards, grab this, get your Misk, and do all your plays. No, this doesn't fill the void of losing 3 Misk because you don't get the protection, but this card does allow you to be able to get your Misk back, and not only Misk. Say you have a pill in your hand, you don't have a non-dino for some odd reason, boom, you have your non-dino again. This allows you to do a lot of things. I like this card a lot because it gives you an option after turn 1. It lets you get your Misk, it lets you get the dinos you banished with Misk back, and lets you just play again. This is the Nemesis stuff, all of that stuff. You don't need all of that. This is all you need. This card allows you to do what you were doing the turn before again. The only difference with this and having 3 Misk is this isn't searchable, but you have Pot of Prosperity. You draw for turn. You're going to see a lot of your deck. You're going to deck then when you're doing all your dino stuff. Odds are you'll see this. So yeah, this is our replacement for the 2 Misk right now. And then I deploy 1-for-1. This is just in case. Say I have a baby in my hand and I have Soul the Oviraptor. I go normal summon, they interrupt me. I just go 1-for-1, get that, pop baby, continue to go off. So 1-for-1 is exceptionally good in this deck. And then Called by the Grave, obviously we gotta play it because Ash Blossom is our worst nightmare now. That and Droll really sucks too, because a lot of times we're gonna have to search his misc. When we search it, we get Droll, we're gonna cry. But it is what it is. The side deck, don't really look at this because we don't know the format yet. This is just what I had together for playtesting against friends, stuff like that. I do think this is going to be insane because your opponent's going to make you go first once they realize you're doing it going second dinos. This is going to be really good. This is for that added Nixter deck. You have a searchable out to that towers thing, whatever. I forget the name of it, but it's ridiculous. So this is your auto out to that card. Don't sleep on added Nixter. It's pretty good. Nibiru's for any matchup that summons a lot. Dark Ruler, I wasn't able to fit in the main deck, but there's only one deck in a format that's making build your board, and that's Drytron. But the issue with Drytron is they lose this anyway. I don't know, we could still beat Drytron going second. I'm not too worried about Drytron, honestly. The deck's insane though, don't sleep on it, but I feel like the main deck can handle Drytron. Extra deck, we play 2 Doka, 1 Logia. I like 2 Doka. 1 Dweller. Dweller is good for anything that activates in grave. 1 Tornado Dragon, that's for back row decks. Back row decks are gonna have a comeback this format, mark my words. This is just so you can OTK through prosperity, because no matter what, you're gonna have to try and win that turn. Then we play 1 Link Karibo, 1 Lambda, that's for Gamma to be live. 1 Gardna, Scrap Wyvern, obviously we got to play this for our scrap package. 1 Phoenix, we'll continue to play that. Pentastag, same thing as Dungarees, just for us to OTK through prosperity. 1 Unicorn, Access Code Talker, those are self-explanatory. And then you have to play Omega. Like remember I told you guys to hold your Gamma for your turn. This is gonna let you another way to recycle your misc. So yeah, always hold your Gamma for your turn unless you can't, or unless your hand doesn't allow you to resolve this, and you'll be able to get your misc back with Omega. Pretty dope. So final thoughts on the deck. I still think it's good. I feel like Dinos is still gonna get tops here and there. We do gotta see. I can't see the future, so I don't know exactly how well it's gonna do, but I still think it's a good deck. Yes, we lost consistency and we lost follow-up, but in turn we'll be fine. Don't freak out because Miska went to 1. We're gonna make it. We'll be all right. That's it for the video, guys. I just wanted to give you guys my deck profile. If you did like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Zoom. Peace.